Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me today. It's been about 6 months since my last video and today we're fishing at Ogmore Deeps. First caster in the water. I've actually got a bite on this left hand rod here straight away. So probably a dog, nothing changes. But then hopefully we can catch a few fish today for camera. It's 11 o'clock in the morning, it's the 6th of May and Tuesday, and we've got a 3 o'clock high water, it's a neap tide, only about 4.5 metre elevation change. So fingers crossed we can get some fish and enjoy a nice day in the sunshine here. Well, I haven't lost the knack, there's only a doggy. First cast dogfish on a dongle rig, fishing dongle, bluey and squid. Hooked right in the scissors there, so that's nice. And there we go. First fish of the session. Typically a dogfish, but it's a start. Well, there we are, another dog. Again on a dongle. So hooked nicely in the lip. That's dogfish number 2. And there's a bite on the rod I just cast out after having that other dogfish. So it's a day at the dog pound today, I think. Two dogfish. I'm fishing more towards the village end rather than the deep end, the far side, near Witch's Point. I quite enjoy this little mark generally. So there's one dog. And they're quite small dogfish actually. But the beauty of the dongle rig is that they're hooked nice and clean in either in the bottom lip or the scissor jaw, and they're easy to unhook. Anyway, let's put them back. Oh, so that's 5 dogs in 4 casts. Baits today, I've obviously got fish baits. I got so far I've used sandeel, squid and bluey, and that's all catching. I've got some mackerel, some sardines. Thanks for the heads up, Fish Disco, Lincoln on the Fish Disco channel about Aldi. We're doing a special offer on, I think, sardines, bulk sardines. So I went down the middle of Lidl, picked up a couple of bags. So I got some sardines. And what else have I got? I got some hardback crabs. I was in Pembrokeshire recently and couldn't find many peelers or softies, but got a few hardback crabs. So I think I might put a hardback crab on now. There might be a smooth hand about, we don't know. Anyway, let's have a look. Can only try. Not too bad. Not too bad for me. So still 3 hours to high tide. As I say, not a big tide today, only using 6-7 ounce lead. I probably don't even need that. I did start with a rotten bottom, but I'm pretty confident that at the moment with this very little tide pull and the rocks are more to the right than to the left with me here at the moment, that I'm okay. I might probably put a rotten bottom on when the tide starts turning, I think. I can see the left hand rod there bouncing away again as soon as it's cast out. nobody else here today, so I've got the mark to myself. Obviously plenty of evidence of people fishing, but the mark was pretty clean. The only really thing I found was I found a nice trace with a nice decent lead. Baited up trace, I think had just been left behind, forgotten about. So that went in the bag. Plenty of evidence of peeler crabs being used here, loads of crab shells and stuff. So it's nice that the mark is clean, certainly down this end anyway, and doesn't smell too bad. So thank you for everyone who's been fishing and has been taking away their rubbish, which is great. Let's see if this bite develops. It's gone quiet for a minute. Dogfish, what will you see? And there we are. Look at that baby. Little spotted ray. Absolute baby. Huh. Look at him. Small, but perfectly formed. Probably not even a pound. He gave a cracking bite. Totally different bite to the dogfish, but only just bigger than my hand. But they do scrap well, these little spotted rays. That's my first one for a long time. Anyway, let's get him back in the water. So essentially the rig I'm using is just a beefed up 2-hook clip rig. So I've got my lead and my imp there, and then got it all tangled. I've got sort of just 2-foot snoods with 60-pound amnesia. Probably a 3/0 circle hook, the size of the bait, is probably smaller than my little finger, on a dongle, and on the top of that bottom snood just got a cascade swivel, and the top hook of the 2-hook trace just clips on that, and you've got a clipped rig. So yeah, a nice little spotted ray, first one for a while. Let's get another bait in the water. Heat hook bluey. This is a more conventional rig. I've got my lead, I've got a, can't remember what those are called, release system, and this is on a pulley panel, about 5 foot long, again 60-pound amnesia, 3/0 circle hook, and I've got sandeel and squid bait there. Let's get him out. Casting into headwind now, even with the magnets full on and the spools overrunning with my immense power that I have in my cast. Anyway, something a little bit different to a dogfish, albeit a very small spotted ray. So about half an hour to high tide. You see I'm still at least 12-14 foot above the water here, and you can see down we've got Nash Point right in the far distance, and Monk Nash and Witches Point there. Never fished Witches, southern down, and then you got the rest of the deeps there. As we go round, got Porthcawl, was that Newton I think, Porthcawl in the distance there. Lovely day here at the deeps. So I've got a bite on the right hand rod, just cast that one out actually. It looks like it's only a dogfish probably. You see it bouncing away there. Still pretty quiet. What are we? Half an hour to high water. The rod's got a crab on, crab bait. I tried crab earlier on, had it out for an hour when all those dogfish were biting. There you go, 2 doggies. That rig had only been out there for about 10 minutes and 2 doggies straight away, so might be back on the feed. Well, I lost the sound on this clip, and it was coming towards the end of the session, probably about a couple of hours after high water, and just another couple of dogfish. Well, that's the end of the session. Thanks for watching Fishing AT at Ogmore Deeps. Good session here today, about 14 dogfish and the small spotted ray. Appreciate you watching, and if you got this far, thanks for watching. If you like the content, please like, and if you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe. So thanks again. And if you're out fishing, tight lines, be safe, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye now. Bye.